Hi, good morning, all of you. I am Dinagaran from Swami Vivekananda Metric High Secondary School. Now I am going to discuss about theories of biological evolution. Lamarck's theory. Lamarck's theory. Jean-Baptiste de Lamarck was the first posted the theory of evolution in his famous book Philosophy Zoology in the year 1809. In the year 1809 is very important. Jean-Baptiste Lamarck was the first postulated theory of evolution in his famous book Philosophy Zoologique. Philosophy Zoologique in the year 1809. Okay. So first of all, we should know the Lamarckism. What is Lamarckism? What is Lamarckism? Lamarckism is an ideology. Lamarckism is an ideology proposed a famous scientist Jean-Baptiste Lamarck. Jean-Baptiste Lamarck. He was the first evolutionist. He was the first evolutionist. He was the first evolutionist. And he coined the term biology, vertebrate and invertebrate. He is well known for the theory of evolution. He is well known for theory of evolution. One more time I repeat. Lamarckism is an ideology proposed a famous scientist Jean-Baptiste Lamarck. He is well known for theory of evolution. He coined the term biology, invertebrate and vertebrate. Okay. So actually, what is Lamarckism? Lamarckism was a theory. Lamarckism was a theory. What is Lamarckism? What is Lamarckism? Lamarckism was a theory. The theory regarding of evolutionary. The theory regarding of evolutionary process. The theory regarding of evolutionary process. First of all, we should know about the evolution. First of all, we should know about the evolution. What is meant by evolution? What is meant by evolution? What is meant by evolution? The continuous changes in organism. The continuous changes in organism. So that is called evolution. The continuous changes in organism. That is called evolution. Here, many changes takes place in the organism. Here many changes takes place in the organism from one generation to another generation. Like that, the changes are continued in every generation. The changes are continued in every generation. New characters are formed. One more time I repeat. What is called evolution? The continued changes in organism. So that is called evolution. Here the many changes takes place in the organism from one generation to the another generation. So like that changes are continued in every generation, new characters are formed. New characters are formed. Regarding evolution, Lamarck proposed one theory. So that theory was Lamarckism. Regarding evolution, Lamarck proposed one theory. The theory was Lamarckism. So what was the theory of Lamarckism? What was the theory of Lamarckism? Jean-Baptiste proposed the theory of Lamarckism. The theory was first theory of inheritance. Theory of inheritance. Theory of inheritance of acute character. Theory of inheritance of acute character. Theory of inheritance of acute character. It is a very important theory. It is very important theory regarding the evolution. Let's try to understand the meaning of words. What is the meaning of inheritance? What is the meaning of inheritance? Inheritance means transfer of character from parents to the children or offspring or next generation. So that is called inheritance. Here what is called inheritance? Transfer of character from parents to the children or offspring or next generation, that is called inheritance. Generally in the organism, two kind of characters are seen. The characters are, one is acquired, next one is called inheritance. Generally in the organism, two kind of characters are seen. The characters are, one is acquired and next one is called the inheritance. Now only I told what is the inheritance. Characters which are transmitted from the parents to the children or offspring or next generation. So that is called the inheritance. What is acquired? What is acquired? Acquired means characters which are developed. Acquired means characters which are developed. Characters which are developed by organism during the lifetime. So that is called acquired. Characters which are developed by organism during the lifetime. So that is called inheritance. That is called acquired. Okay. And what was the example he gave? Lamarck gave. The first example, elongation of neck and forelimbs. Elongation of neck and forelimbs of giraffe. Elongation of neck and forelimbs of giraffe. Giraffe is an animal. In that animal, what happened? He identified what changes. In that animal, what happened? He identified what type of changes. The changes identified Lamarck. So what happened to the neck and forelimbs of giraffe? What happened to neck and forelimbs of giraffe? Due to the food shortage. Because the giraffe lived in the grassland of the East Africa. So there was more grasses and more trees is there. Once upon a time, that grasses fully transformed into desert. So that time, the giraffe has a small neck and a small forelimbs. So the grasses are fully transformed into desert. So now, due to the food shortage, food becomes shortage, not completely available for that organism. So that what happened due to the food shortage? So that get the food material from the lower branches of trees. The trees has the leaves. So that get the food material from the lower branches of trees. So giraffe, it has a small neck and a small forelimbs. Giraffe continued stretched of neck and forelimbs. To get the food material from the lower branches of trees. So it's stretched continuously. Like forelimbs and neck stretched continuously. So like that many days, it's stretched continue. That kind of stretching was continue up to the, not only for the one generation, some generation. So that what happened during the course of time? The neck become elongated. Okay, one more time I repeat. Due to the food shortage, food becomes shortage. not completely available for the organism. So that what happened to the food shortage? So that get the food material from the lower branches of trees. The giraffe continued stretch up the neck and four limbs to get the food material. So that it's stretched continuously, like that many days, stretched continue. That kind of stretching was continue up to the not only for the one generation, some generation. So that what happened during the course of time, the neck become elongated, and also forelimbs become elongated. Not only for the neck, the forelimbs are also become elongated. So here, actually elongation of neck and forelimbs are not inherited character. Elongation of neck and forelimbs, it's not an inherited character. It's not a inherited character in giraffe. So this character developed by an organism. This character developed by an organism. Already I told. The characters developed by an organism during the course of time. So that is called a acquired character. That is called a acquired character or passed on the next generation. So this was explained by Lamarck. Okay, see this theory of inheritance of acquired character. Characters that developed during the time of an organism are called acquired characters and they are inherited. Okay, see the next one. The theory of use and disuse. Theory of use and disuse. Theory of use and disuse. Organs that are used often will increase in a size, and those that are not used will degenerate. Organs that are used means will increase in a size, and those that are not used, organs that are not used will degenerate. For example, neck in giraffe. Neck in giraffe is an example of the use. Absence of limbs in snake is an example of disuse theory. Okay, and see the another one example for the use and disuse theory. The biceps muscles of blacksmith biceps muscles of blacksmith biceps muscles of blacksmith become strong. Biceps muscles of blacksmith become strong due to continuous utilization. It's an example of use theory. The biceps muscles of blacksmith become very strong due to the continuous utilization, use. And another one example, wings have become weak. Wings have become weak due to no use. Wings have become weak due to the no use in ostrich and emu. In ostrich and emu. This is an example for the disuse theory. Wings have become very weak due to the no use in ostrich and emu. And another one example, vestigial organ. Already you know vestigial organ in human being. You know very well, appendix, the cecum, it's one of the not functionless. Another one example, vestigial organ, wisdom teeth, ear muscles, body hair and cecum. So these are some examples of vestigial organ. So they are not used, will degenerate some generation. Okay. And next, see the main objection to the Lamarckism. Main objection to Lamarckism. The Lamarck's theory of acute characters was disproved. Who? August Weismann, who conducted the experiment on the mice for the 20th generation. Theory of acute characters was disproved by August Weismann, who conducted the experiment on mice for the 20th generation. August Weismann, he selected healthy mice. He selected healthy mice, male and female. Healthy mice were male and female. He cut the tail in both male and female. He cut the tail for the 20th generation by cutting their tail. By cutting the tails and allow the breeding. So, August Weismann disproved the Lamarckism theory. He conducted the experiment on the mice for the 20th generation by cutting the tail and breeding them. He was observed. All mice born were the tail. All mice born were with tail, not without tail. Already we cutting the tail. On mice. But after breeding them, all mice born were with tail. So, Weismann proved his germplasm theory. What is the germplasm? This is very, very important theory. Changes in somatoplasm. Somatoplasm are bodily changes. Somatoplasm or bodily changes. The changes in the somatoplasm or bodily changes will not be transferred to the next generation. But changes in the germplasm or germ cell will be inherited. To the next generation, transferred to the next generation. Okay, listen one more time. Bodily changes or somatoplasm changes will not be inherited or transferred to the next generation, but change in the germ cell or germplasm will be the inherited. Okay. And next I go to the Neo-Lamarckism. The followers of the Lamarcks, Neo-Lamarckist. The followers of Lamarck, Neo-Lamarckists like Cope, Husband, Becker, and Spencer, trying to explain the Lamarck's theory on a more scientific basis. They considered adaptation are universals. Very, very important one more question. Adaptations are universal. Already I told. Organism acquire new structure due to their adaptation to changed environmental condition. Okay. This is very, very important. Adaptation are universal. Organism acquire the new structure due to their adaptation to the changed environmental condition. So, they argued the external condition stimulate the somatic cells and produce a secretion which reach the sex cell through the blood and brings about the variation in the offspring. So, this is overall Neo-Lamarckism. Okay, one more time I repeat. First one, Lamarckism theory. Who proposed the Lamarckism theory? Jean-Baptiste Lamarck. Okay, he is well known for the theory of evolution. He was the first evolutionist and he coined the term vertebrate and invertebrate and biology. Okay, and the two principles Lamarckism theories are, the first one, theories of use and disuse, another one is for the theories of ingredients of acute character. These are the two principles of the Lamarckism theory. Okay, so thank you so much to all. Thanks a lot for hearing.